Hello guys, in today's video we'll be talking about the coldest air of the season that is going to come into a lot of the US. Let's get right into this video. Alright guys, so we're going to see a big time cold blast that's going to come in here. Even though we're going to be seeing a lot of warmer air around 117 hours out, this is going to change significantly, guys, once we get into the time after around 160 hours out. It's still looking warm here around the Friday, January 17th. For a lot of the central U.S., but a big Arctic blast is going to plume in right there from Canada. As you can see, we're going to see this big Arctic air start to plume in and cause some really below average temperatures coming across North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, and Missouri, Illinois, and Wisconsin here. We're going to see some little bit of warmer air across Nevada and Utah, but California, Oregon, Washington is all going to stay very cold across these areas. Might see a little bit of warm air across the east, but this is going to change here. See that warm air across New York City? Boom, it's done. Right on 190 hours out. Remember, guys, it's still too far out, but we're already seeing a trend where we might see some of the coldest air of the season here. Look at this. We're looking at extremely below average temperatures across Wyoming into North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana areas, and a huge plume of like at least 10 degrees below average to all the way to 30 degrees below average across a lot of the central plains into the Midwest and even the southwest and southeastern areas of the U.S. here around Sunday, January 19th. Once we get to the 20th, it's going to get frigid here. Texas, across this area across Texas, you're seeing some very below average temperatures around the 19th of January. Colorado, South Dakota, North Dakota, freezing, 30 degrees below average. Across this whole area in blue, as we're seeing here, across Missouri into Texas and Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, into South Dakota, North Dakota, we could see over 20 degrees below average temperatures as the coldest air of the season is going to plume in from Canada and kind of come in here. As you can see, there's going to be a big plume of cold air, and it's just going to plume down into basically the entire U.S. I think the only area that might be seeing a little bit of warmer air is probably just this area here in California, where we could see a little bit above average. But besides that, the entire U.S. is going to be below average around this time. And this is never going to end. This is not ending. Around the Monday the 20th, it's going to be freezing across Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, all the way over to the northeast, southeast, even into Florida, with the only warm air being around California, Nevada, and Oregon areas around 200 hours out here from Monday, January 20th. And this is just going to continue. Cold air. Just look how cold it's going to be across the eastern U.S. It's just going to continue. We might see a little bit of a change in the future, but now we're a little too far out for this. But later into January, around the 25th, we could start to see a little bit of a warm-up again across most of the central into the western U.S. But besides that, we're going to see some really cold air, with the only warm air staying across California and Nevada. The rest of the U.S. being very cold around after the 18th of January, where this big plume of cold air is going to come in from the Canadian regions here. I wanted to know, everybody, I know it says major winter storm on the top of my screen there. Just don't really look at that. We're not seeing a major winter storm right now. Definitely not seeing a major winter storm with this system here. But what we are seeing is the potential risk of heavy snow from the 18th to the 20th, as they've highlighted a slight risk of heavy snow from the Climate Prediction Center. Remember, this is experimental. This is still very far out. So they're saying that there could be a winter storm. We're getting into the pattern where winter storms are definitely going to be possible across the central into the eastern U.S. here, but we really don't know where this could occur. But it shows a lot of the eastern, the central, and south eastern U.S. highlighted in the slight risk of heavy snow around the 18th to the 20th here. The Climate Prediction Center has also already hinted at this really cold blast that we could see valid from the January 18th to 24th time frame around the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook here, where very below average temperatures is forecasted across South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, and just basically the entire Midwestern areas is going to see some really below average temperatures all the way into the southeast here. Basically, the entire U.S. is going to see below average temperatures across the 8 to 14-day. I think the western U.S. across California and Nevada may be seeing a little more warmer, maybe a little bit of more above average, more like maybe neutral, around near normal temperature temperatures for California, Nevada, and Oregon. But a lot of the U.S. here is going to see some really, really cold temperatures that is forecasted across these areas. And this isn't going to let down, guys. The week's 3 to 4 weeks temperature outlook here for January 25th to February 7th is showing below average temperatures across the central and the Midwestern U.S. with that area that I was talking about where above average temperatures could occur across California, Nevada, and Arizona, and then everywhere else is just going to see equal chances, basically just near normal temperatures for weeks 3 to 4. Hope everybody did enjoy this video. I will make more updates in the future as the snow chances may start to increase where we could see winter storms, because this pattern is definitely looking very likely for winter storms across the central and eastern U.S. If you're a snow lover, this pattern is probably going to make you happy. Hope everybody did enjoy this video. I'll make more videos in the future. Bye, everybody.